Stewart, Robson joining me, and once again we are talking about the mighty three Lions who find themselves in the semifinals of the World Cup for the first time in 28 years. Stewart, so let's talk about the standouts, because the theme that we have going on is that this is a nice group of young stars, but there are those that have stood out. If I could choose one, Jordan Pickford, of course, has been brilliant. Harry Kane is going to be Harry Kane. You know, Maguire has been great as well. But what about your standout, Stewart?
Well, you've picked a couple there already. Jordan Pickford has grown in the tournament.
Would he be your top? Who would be your top?
He wouldn't be the top. The surprise for me has been Trippier at right back, or right wing back, because I've seen him at Tottenham. I don't think he's that good defensively. He's not a great athlete. He's a good crosser of the ball, but I think he's been excellent in the tournament. And I've always liked Harry Maguire. I think he's the best player at coming out with the ball in the Premier League at the moment. He doesn't just pass out from the back, he runs with the ball out from the back. And I've been surprised by John Stones. I've not been a John Stones fan. I think he was overrated. I thought he made too many mistakes. I don't think when they talk about him being composed on the ball and coming out with the ball, I don't think he actually came out with the ball. He used to pass it sideways and pass back to the goalkeeper and look composed doing it, but there was no end product to him. For England in this tournament, there's been some end product with him. He's started to drive into midfield. He started to play the balls into the front players. So he's been a real plus point. And as I said, Maguire, and I would say Walker, playing as a right wing back. So the back three, I think, have done exceptionally well. You know, everybody, I think one of our colleagues, Steve Nichols, said you cannot play Walker as the right-sided centre-half. He's not experienced in that position. He's got all the attributes to play that position really well. He can get out in 1v1 situations. He's got the pace to recover and cover in behind Stones if he makes a mistake. He can come forward with the ball at the right times. So those three defenders have been the standout players for me.
And what about in attack?
In attack, I've been disappointed with Harry Kane, to be honest.
Really?
I don't think he's played as well as he can do. He scored the goals, but I think he's an outstanding player. When I was at Tottenham, he scores goals out of nothing. He can hold up the play. He hasn't been quite as effective as he has been for Tottenham. I'm not saying he's played poorly, but I think he hasn't quite played up to the level that he has for Tottenham so far. Sterling has made good runs.
I was just going to go there.
He's done well at coming off. He's found space. I think he's sort of complemented what Harry Kane's attributes are. Just needs an end product. If he can get that end product, which we've been asking for years, if he can get that, he'd be a top-class player.
And what about from what we've seen of, say, a Marcus Rashford and even a Dele Alli, of course?
Dele Alli, disappointing. Don't think he's done enough. Scored a good goal against Sweden. The sort of goal he will score, coming in late into the box. But I just haven't been impressed with him. I think he hasn't affected games enough. Lingard has been the better of those two players playing in those positions. And Henderson's played much better than I thought. Everybody thought that Dyer would be the number one holding midfield player, but Henderson has taken over for him because he's probably more athletic. So there's not an England player that's played poorly. The worst probably has been Dele Alli.
Ooh, all right. That's something that Spurs fans do not want to hear. But hey, at the end of the day, England find themselves in a World Cup semi-final. We'll see exactly how they do. Continue tracking everything from the World Cup right here at ESPN FC.